crochet project.
Sorry, everybody. I was chatting away like the stream had started, and I just remembered that I was actually watching Fenn's stream and not my own. And yeah, and I hadn't actually started this one yet. So sorry for sitting in starting soon for 12 minutes.
We've done longer.
I was telling stories about how when I saw movies as a kid, they made me throw up for no reason. And now
Speaking of throwing up.
And now we've tied it back.
Astrid's going to try her first blood bag.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm just thinking, surely the blood at, like, a mortuary is not treated, because you're not, like, trying to preserve it to put it in people. You're just taking it out. So
yeah, but it's just from, like, dead bodies.
I mean, it won't be...
yeah, no. Like,
it won't be great, but it's drinkable. It's not chemicalized.
It's not treated or anything. I would just drain it out before doing anything. Especially the ones that want to be cremated. Fuck, nobody needs to know what happens. Like,
but here's the thing.
No one's going to check what the ash actually is.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't give consent. There's your problem.
Well, I mean, let's see, do the mystical bands of vampires include, like, tort law and defamation law? Because legally, you can't get consent from a dead. Yeah.
Exactly. Legally, you can't get consent from a dead person.
Which means,
like,
my argument there would be, because you can't get it, you don't need it.
Yeah, but she specifically has a prey exclusion that is only for consenting.
What about animals, though? Because, I mean, she could feed from an animal. It just doesn't taste very good. But the animal isn't capable of giving consent.
Yeah. Take that.
Like, if we really go there,
the
like,
rests.
everything would be impossible for me to eat. Like, that's a dead person. Like, it's just, once they consent to us working on it, that's my food.
I think the difference is that Astrid is a consensualist and Letitia's a bagger, so it doesn't matter. Like, Letitia could, like, force someone to bleed into a bag. But Astrid,
I don't do that.
My food's ready.
I know, but I'm saying you could theoretically. Yeah. You could theoretically.
Having that high humanity choice means you have to take the hard road.
1 second, guys. I'm struggling because apparently they can all hear you, but they cannot hear me. So that's a problem.
Oh no. Boy. I'm sorry you all have to hear me. Would you like to hear my story about how I get really sick at the movies?
No, they definitely heard that.
Oh, okay. I have no other personal
that anecdotes. Is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Fan, can I link the YouTube?
Can you guys hear me now?
I can.
So apparently, if you have a prey exclusion, if you accidentally feed upon a certain individual or that doesn't meet your exclusion, you automatically frenzy and must make a roll to prevent humanity loss.
Awesome. I'm just gonna drink this bag and go fucking nuts.
Javier's just sitting like, I warned y'all.
Drink the blood. Drink the blood. Throw up.
At this point,
she's
not even sure. She's not even sure if she wants to drink this blood.
Javier has told you it's a bad idea, and he is standing behind you, so he's not in the spray radius.
We'll see how she feels about it.
Fen, can I put the link to the playlist for the videos if people want to watch the
Of course,
episodes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me just find it without actually
prey
playing it by
exclusion
accident.
clause fucking sucks.
Actually, I meant to like ask you for a few links and stuff, but I'll create a command like when I can.
Let's see if you have a bot that will ban me from doing it. No.
No.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Nick.
No, I don't.
I'll put that link here too.
Perfect. Yeah, guys, go check it out. We have a little channel with all the past episodes. If you guys want to catch up, it's there.
Okay, the one that's actually in Roll 20 says if you feed on a prey that doesn't meet your prey exclusion, you gain stains as though you had violated a chronicle tenet. And witnessing other kindred feeding on the object of your exclusion without interfering might also give stains. Which is also why Astrid should never accompany us when we hunt.
I don't know. I think she should get over it.
Yeah. Get over your crippling morality.
Ew.
Exactly. It's time to lose some humanity.
So wait, if Archie sees any of you feeding on anything that's not an animal,
No, you don't have prey exclusion, I don't think. You have
okay.
what do you call it?
Archie
Vegan.
has common
You have a
sense
different flaw.
exclusion.
Yeah.
You have the vegan flaw, which means if you drink anything that's not animal, like if you try to drink human blood, you have to spend 2 points of willpower.
Right, okay. That makes sense. Also, I forgot, but I do have the Iron Gullet trait. I can just drink real gross rats. Just the worst rats. Delicious.
Yeah, no, prey exclusion fucking sucks. It really, really sucks.
Most things in this game do.
Yeah, but you picked hard mode. You did what I did.
I mean, Victoria has prey exclusion.
I sure do.
Yeah, and look what happens. But she has specifically, she has the Ventru specific rarefied taste, which I think is different than prey exclusion.
It depends on how you want to play it. I don't really mind either way.
Yeah. But I think for a Ventru, it's literally, you can't keep it down.
I can't keep it down, and I think it's gross that anyone else can. Which, frankly, it is. Don't drink rats.
But they're so succulent.
Yeah.
How
Anyways,
do you make the
recap.
rats? I just want to know how you make the rats that so tasty. Nick, how do you do that in the rules?
It's I've got farmer, I've got animal succulents.
What we don't
I
see
think
is
it
Archie's
still
journal
tastes
that has like a chronicle of every rat he's tasted.
Well,
And,
yeah,
like, the
Like
good
the
rats are
flavor
kept for
profile.
breeding.
as
Yeah,
I
the
said
good
in our
rats are kept for breeding, and the bad rats are just like kept aside.
as I said in our chat, Archie's been breeding the rats for taste for a very long time now. He's basically got the rat equivalent of Wagyu.
Ugh.
Doesn't Archie spread the plague in his little rat band?
Yeah, Archie carries around.
Something I didn't realize was a flaw until I added it to my character.
I
You know
think
what?
it's cool that I spread the plague.
Yeah, I do
You know
remember
what?
during.
I bet someone like Archie's responsible for the Black Plague.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
Anyway, so where were we? Archie, you are not here at present. You are away
No,
because you didn't come to last session. Last session we had we did a little bit of a detour for Letizia, who was investigating her missing sire, and it involved visiting a haunted house, which Victoria thought was just a house because Victoria didn't have a sense of the unseen or like heightened senses or any of those fun things that allowed Victoria to actually see any of the creepiness going on. So Victoria was just a dark house that she
wasn't scary.
Yeah, that she fell down a pit in.
Yeah.
She went down that pit willingly, right on her butt.
That's true.
She went down there willingly, but she did fall. She didn't. She expressly didn't climb down. She like rolled down.
Tumbled.
She like sat on her butt. What did Astrid call it? A $2 water slide?
$2 slip and slide.
$2 slip and slide. That's what you called it.
But what they
Which
found,
is just, an angle of dirt.
What they found was a open portal to essentially the underworld that her sire had opened, walked through, and not shut behind him. What the?
That was my phone. My bad.
It was like great sound effects.
I'm just making sure everyone is alive still. That's all good.
Sorry. Keep going. I need to break the mood.
And Letizia decided to call one of the uncles, the older, wiser members of her family who reside in Italy. Although because of the time zone difference, you had to leave a message for the ghoul.
Yep.
And then they return back to the mortuary, which is Letitia's haven. And Letitia said, "Oh, why don't you come?" Like invited Astrid downstairs to have a blood bag. And we ended the session with the coterie sans Archie being introduced to a shambling, emaciated corpse named Paul, who Letitia
Paul
had
the second.
Paul II, who Letitia had animated to do menial tasks. And that's where we start off. Is Astrid looking at this zombie, standing in the corner of the room, who's just gone.
While I get the bag.
Yeah, while Letitia gets the bag out of him.
She just sees the zombie. She's gonna like rear her fist back. She's like, "Whoa, what the hell?
Punch
What?
it, punch it.
What the fuck is this?"
In the in I guess like the room, like other side of the room, I take the bag out and I look at Astrid and I'm like, oh, that's just Paul.
Paul just sort of like makes like a death rattle sound at you, like.
Is he also a vampire?
Oh, your snorts again.
No, he's just let's say a person with no past that came to us, and those types of people, they don't have anywhere, so I enlist them to help me out around here.
I don't
Until
know if
they
you realize
can
it. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
hold themselves together, and then after that, I give them a rightful burial, or however, depends on the case.
I don't know if you realize you're doing this, but you're being awful obtuse.
What do you mean?
Just tell her what it is.
It's that's what it is. It's just a helper. It's an undead body, I guess.
It's a
There you go.
reanimated corpse, but
There you go.
not in the sense that we're reanimated corpses, like in a dead
Yeah,
sense.
there's
Yeah.
So like a zombie.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Paul just starts stacking like some boxes in the corner.
I just
still
see
think this is
Paul
a
like
really
very
bad idea.
slowly sweeping the floor.
Yeah, just like getting like like a mop kind of thing, just like a very
Yeah,
very repetitive motions.
Yep.
Very little like actual, like there's no spark of creativity. You're not even sure that he like realizes you're there, and maybe he just makes these sounds periodically.
Hey, out of curiosity, Leticia, any of the blood bag like donors, did they sign any paperwork saying like, yeah, you can use me,
Yeah, you can drink
my
my fluids.
organs, bodily fluids, anything like that?
Well, once
Boy.
they give us the what do you say? The paperwork. Yeah, we just prepare the bodies for whatever burial they chose. And it is up to us to do it. We just take the blood.
Okay, so there's like a level of consent here, right?
I don't know what you mean.
Like they're okay with you removing their blood and their organs and whatnot and everything like that. Like they're like, yeah, whatever you gotta do, you do.
Oh, I believe that not many people know what what we do once they ask us to bury them. If they want to showcase the body, we just prepare the body so we can drain it. But in other cases, for example, for cremation, and all others that don't require the body to be prepared and showcased, like we just utilize things if needed, as needed.
Oh boy.
You know what? I think you know what? I think I'm gonna just eat something else later. Thank you for the offer. Just
Come now, Astrid.
no,
Perhaps
no.
she can reanimate one of these bodies and ask them.
That's oh boy.
That's
And
not
he kind of like points a
how.
finger. Sorry, go ahead.
It's not really how it works.
Hmm.
They come back and they are just quite literally decomposing bodies that have a bit of automation implanted to them until their decaying body can stand up and do things. Past that point, there's no reanimation. They don't really understand or can. They understand a command. Like if I ask Paul to clean, he will do so at the best of its corporeal abilities at the moment. But there's no there's nothing left. It's just a decaying body.
So no 2 grunts for yes, 1 for no, sort of.
Yeah, no. They're not capable of that.
That's a shame, Astrid.
I know you older folks like to do this whole hazing, the fledgling thing, but can't we not?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What do you mean hazing the fledgling? I don't get it. If
You
there's any
wouldn't.
question that you would like to ask Astrid, please feel free to do so. Especially here, we're safe. Nobody's allowed here unless I bring them,
Okay.
as in your case. So
no.
if you have questions, probably this would be a good time.
Yeah. What do you mean by hazing? Directed at Javier since he's the one that said it.
Like, oh, letting people, make their own mistakes and make an ass of themselves, 'cause it's funny. You remember, I don't know, do you go to a school where, like, maybe if you had to be part of the cool crew, they made you do something stupid?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I know you didn't. You were, like, mindless for however many decades. It's fine.
What?
No.
It's fine, we can cover that later.
Uh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Weird tension we're building here. Just asking for a blood bag.
I just picture Victoria being like, ooh, like pulling the collar.
Hey, you know what? I think you know what? I bet Archie's missing us. We should probably go get Archie. He's probably wondering where we are.
Like a dog you left at home.
Well,
And then like we got Rathu with us, and like, I mean, he needs Rathu. It's like a security blanket.
Matthew bites Javier again.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's just Rathu just going like, yeah, he agrees with me. Right, Rathu.
He's holding like Rathu like a couple inches from his nose and is like, I am not a snack.
Matthew just like stares impassively at you.
Keep doing that, you're gonna
Tries
get
to like
blood, and you ain't
sniff
gonna like what
you.
happens next.
Like
I love Rat View.
well,
put you in a pocket, I didn't think
Astrid,
you'd
if
chew a
you'd
hole in it.
like answers, I can hopefully answer your questions. I do not know this hazing technique. My family, aside from certain things that are honestly better kept secret from most people anyway. They're fairly straightforward. So if I can answer you, I will. And I believe that asking questions is the beginning of knowledge and understanding. So as mindless as our friend Javier here thinks that I have been around for quite some
Was, not
time,
am.
and yeah.
Was
Oh.
past tense.
Oh,
Not
wait. I got a question. So, like,
Sure.
ghosts are real.
Yes.
Yes.
Zombies are real.
Yes.
Yes.
Are werewolves real?
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh, baby. She's learning.
Hope you never meet one.
Yeah.
Wha-
Yeah,
why?
you.
You don't want to.
Why?
They don't. They don't necessarily like us, and they're
Oh.
dangerous.
How short would
Oh.
you like your unlife to be?
Oh, it's like one of those things.
Yeah.
So I better stay on my side of the tracks, so to speak.
Very much so.
Wait, are they here? Like, are they like in some part of
Probably.
the city?
Probably.
Uncertain.
Would I know?
Yeah, you'd know that there's actually a park or gardens not far from here that are basically cordoned off. Like in the middle of it is a place that the prince declared Elysium, but the gardens around it have sort of become a lupine hangout, so to speak. You don't really know much about them or their ways, so you just know that they like natural areas, but they don't mind it if it's a natural area surrounded by a city. So yeah, there's they're near. That's like there's a park near you that they are said to enjoy. You probably have never outright seen one, because that's not the type of kindred that you are. But there's a number of parks like both near the city and sort of further afield that are basically common knowledge among kindred is just don't go there. You stay out, and you leave them alone and they'll leave you alone is the fingers crossed understanding. They've been relatively quiet. Yeah.
There's a few spots that they frequent or said to frequent. They are in the city. You probably don't want to go to. I don't remember, what is the park's name.
Exhibition Gardens.
You probably
Gardens.
don't want to go and hang out around Exhibition's Garden. It's not a good place. It's said to be a spot where those types hang out and
Got
have
it.
been seen around. So
That's useful. That's
yeah.
good to know. Wait, does Archie know all this?
Are you asking me that, or are you asking that in character?
No, yeah, in character.
I mean, that is
He looks
definitely
worried.
something that we should discuss if Archie doesn't know.
Javier just looks to Rathu in his hand. Well.
Matthew just continues trying to sniff you.
All Astra's just worried about her friend. I'm sure Archie knows, but she's like, oh god, what if he doesn't know?
I'm sure somebody's told him where not to go.
He's been around long enough to probably be aware.
Yeah, if he's been in the city, especially as a Nosferatu, he would have that information for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
How funny if you bring it up with Archie, and Archie does know, but just thinks has met the werewolves and thinks they're cool guys.
If
Archie
you
has
had, you
not met
wouldn't
the
be alive.
werewolves.
No, definitely not. But it would be very funny. Like, oh yeah,
Archie's met another guy in a werewolf costume and just assumes that's the werewolf.
I heard T laughing.
Yeah. Anyway, we fade into a scene. Archie is fleeing from a werewolf. No. I'm assuming you're all going back to speak to Simone and...
Yeah,
Fetch
like
Archie?
especially because like Astrid decided to not eat. Like
Yeah.
I would just put the bag back
Yeah.
and well, should we head back and see if Archie is ready? Um,
That would be
Right.
for the best.
Mm,
We do need
Letitia,
to discuss the logistics of the information that we gathered. And
yes. I was just about to say, since this does seem to pertain to your sire personally, I think you should be the one to inform Simone of what you wish for her to know, and we will follow your lead.
Speaking of, you mind if I ride with you, Letizia? I feel like we need to maybe do this dance a second time. I feel like maybe we got off on the wrong foot.
Sure, there's plenty of space in the car. You're more than welcome to join me.
I think on that note, we'll fade into the car ride. So let's fade into the back of this this town car that Letitia's chauffeured around in, that she's now sharing with Javier.
And this is like a real back seat, right?
Oh yeah, this is a very posh Rolls Royce, like
Yeah.
top of the line car. Fancy.
Very fancy.
Now Astrid gets to sit in the front of
Nope.
the Mustang.
Moving up in the world.
Spread our legs.
His I think his jean vest is still on the seat in there.
Probably.
So it's fine. He's still got the jacket. No one can see the bloody shirt. It's cool. I imagine Letizia changes before we go.
Yeah, I would probably have grabbed like another like some more clothing. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
There's plenty of time for you to have done that. To get, yeah.
It's my haven, so connected to there's like possible secret underground apartment that Letizia has in there.
Just a wardrobe full of the same like black outfit.
Really funny is I drew her in a white turtleneck.
It's actually a lot of black, burgundy, and deep blues. I think like that's mainly the, and like I guess like a deep forest green. You know, like those type of like deep colors, but like yeah, that's more or less her vibe.
Definitely
But yeah,
need to
she'll
update
change
the art
into
then.
something.
Do you want to do your conversation like in the game, or would you like to save that for a an off screen thing? It's up to
I
you.
have no idea if there is time for that.
No. If we should do it now, if you guys don't
Okay.
mind.
Yeah, sure.
Hang on.
So,
There we go.
It's a short trip, so you don't have like hours to talk.
No, it's a short conversation.
well, what would you like to talk about?
Are you bloodbound to your sire?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you agree to that, or?
Well, I believe that my family is a bit different than the rest of the clans and how they do things. I have always been involved and part of my family's activities. We
I have a
pass it
feeling when
down
you-
and
Oh, sorry.
we are chosen because we show certain inclinations and things, but it's been in my history for forever, and I'm very proud of it. And not many get to move into this life, into having the chance of exploring more. And um, I don't understand why. What is your qualm?
Feeling when you dropped the 20 years sooner than the other ghouls whole shtick. Just saying, the comment I made earlier is just, you know what happens when you're like that, right? You know,
What
like your thoughts ain't
happens?
your own anymore, and you do everything that uh what was his name? Donato tells you to, whether you
I
want
don't.
to or not.
I've never felt differently, though. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mm.
I don't have any problems with it. I never had. I was. I that this life or unlife, whatever it is that we balance ourselves on every night. Um, I I've had it in my blood for a long time, and I take pride in it. I I don't see it as a me not having um my own will, is me perpetuating our family's mission.
Then I guess sorry for the mindless comment. Uh it's just I ain't met a whole lot of ghouls that weren't just kind of, like your friend Paul down there.
Is you know I I I guess I have been very insulated, um, and I understand that my situation is not very common, so I take it as it is, and but I don't have any negative feelings about it, and I'm saddened that you feel a certain way enough for you to comment about it. At least I don't know you enough, but
It doesn't take a genius to sort out that my sire ain't here.
no, I've seen a lot of strange practices surrounding siring your own childy. So it's I guess I'm relatively lucky,
And
even though it's not an unpainful process for us.
he looks a little like, you see like a little bit of confusion as to what you mean by that, but he doesn't comment on it. Anyways, we're both very well aware that Aster at least didn't choose this life and didn't choose any of this, so I'm I don't know. I'm just trying to look out for her.
I
I sure as hell
can't.
didn't have anybody looking out for me.
I can't even imagine how that must feel. So, I will do my best to help as best as I can. I do acknowledge that I'm not the best at empathizing sometimes. So,
Hell, I bet you don't even remember what human feels like.
it has been a while. Yeah.
Also, one last question before we get where we're going. Did you say
Mhm.
you made a call to Italy?
I did. That's where I come from. That's where I was born.
So your phone can make international calls.
Correct. Yeah, we have an international line going on.
Is that available for any of the rest of us to use?
Of course, anytime.
Huh.
I think at that
Just
note,
let me know.
I wanna fade into the arriving at the little hole in the wall club that is Simone's hideaway. It's not quite near enough to dawn to start worrying, but it has closed for the evening, and Archie and Simone are standing outside. Simone is smoking a cigarette. She's doing whatever it is a kindred needs to do in order to be able to do that. But it's a cigarette on one of those very long, like a long ivory,
Nice.
an ivory sort of cigarette holder, and she's got that between her like long clawed fingers, and she's blowing smoke rings. And I'm assuming Archie's just sort of standing watching the smoke rings.
Yeah.
Missing
Archie,
eyeing it jealously.
as these cars pull up.
Archie looks visibly excited as the cars pull up.
Oh yeah, I guess I had Rathu
kind of
want to
know
too.
what Archie and Simone talked about.
Well, I will be filling Nick in on what they did and what they talked about, but Nick
Okay.
Simone would have told Archie, mum's the word.
Yeah, we're Nosferatu.
And I
We don't give
guess
secrets away for free.
Before we step out of the car, Avira is like, "Are we square?" And like offers a hand.
I didn't think we weren't. And Leticia will shake your hand firmly.
Cool.
And decisively, like a good shake, like a strong shake.
A business shake.
A business shake, yeah.
As
A Ventrue
you
would
that
appreciate
firm Southern
that.
handshake.
Yes, I did.
I will say the second that you open the door, or the door is opened for you, Javier, Rathu like evacuates your shirt and sprints across the sidewalk or the footpath up Archie's leg to like disappear into his suit, because he's still wearing his suit.
I'm still wearing my nice clothes
from the print
What's
from
great-
from visiting court.
What's great is the other reason why I wanted to do that is because Rathu was privy to that whole conversation too.
And Rathu's like because I believe we worked out that you can speak to Rathu whenever, right? Yeah, just
Yes.
it's other animals that you need to roll.
Yeah.
So Rathu's like,
Rathu's your free buddy.
Rathu's like, big one, always talking. Took so long to bring me back here.
It's okay, Rafi.'re back here now.
Hungry.
I'll feed you later. I'll feed you when we get home.
And then
Sorry.
he goes into
It's like a pocket.
Into your pocket, yeah. Not your furs, because Simone's like,
Yeah,
welcome back. Look, Archie, your friends are back. And she's smoking her long cigarette holder.
I walk up to
Javier is. Go ahead.
Where's our Astrid? Is she
the
out
other
of the car
car?
yet?
Yeah, both cars are here,
just look-
so
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all here.
Okay. I walk up to Asher and say, was everything okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, do you know about the werewolves?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
werewolves! Truly.
Yeah.
Well,
They live in that park not far.
what was
It's been
Donato
ages.
up to that you've werewolves?
I can assure you, ma'am, there were no werewolves in that house.
I should bloody well hope not.
Yeah.
What?
Well-
What was in the house? I wait with bated breath. I've even got my breath going just for this occasion. She takes another puff on the cigarette.
I'd say Javier's eyeing that cigarette.
Victoria will motion towards Letizia, since this is her business.
Yeah.
Simone gives Javier a wink when she notices him looking at the cigarette. Well, Letizia,
Totally pull out his own.
Well,
what happened? Tell me all about it.
it appears that Donato was definitely fiddling around with some things that he shouldn't have, like you said.
It's unlike him.
It is quite unlike him, and I believe that this could be a bigger matter than we thought.
Bigger in
so,
what sense?
In the sense that I have to call some more knowledgeable
More
of my family.
More Giovanni.
I don't know. We will have to see. I am waiting to be in contact with my family back in Italy. You know, time changes and all that stuff.
Did you see
It
what
makes it
exactly?
complicated.
I understand, but what exactly did you see in this house? Besides evidence of Donato's fiddling about.
Javier silently holding the cigarette out in that godlike kind of gesture.
Simone doesn't light it for you, but one of her sort of hangers on, like her entourage, who's sort of milling about in the area, approaches you to do it with just a cheap plastic Bic lighter. And if they don't exist, then it's something else.
I'll check that rabbit hole out while Letizia continues.
Yeah.
I
Allow me to interrupt you for a moment. I've seen this face many, many times. You are struggling with what you should impart to me, reveal to me. Your family is a family of secrets, and as a fellow secret keeper, I understand. But so I won't pry further for now. What I will say is that I want to know as soon as your brethren arrive in the city. Can you do that for me?
I am not sure they will be coming. I need to further communicate with them before even saying that they will be able to be coming here, but it is a highly possible thing.
If they do, you'll tell me.
If it would be okay,
Yes.
I would like to try to solve the situation.
Oh, absolutely. I have no intent on stepping in. I would just like to know.
I will tell you all about it once the situation is handled.
In that
Does that
case,
seem fair?
That is fair. But in that case, until such a time as you fill me in, I would like to consider that you owe me a boon. A small one. Nothing particularly major, but something that I can perhaps cash in if I don't end up hearing about whatever you do. But in turn, I would obviously not share this situation with anyone outside our little group here.
Well, I believe that it is a fair request.
It is. It's very fair.
So I put over my hand as, to shake on it.
She goes. Her shaking of the hand is not quite as businesslike.
Is it the one
it's
where
just like,
I have to?
Yeah, you just have to grab the tips of her fingers and sort of shake.
Yep.
Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
She's like, she's like, wonderful. And obviously, I don't think you have time for it tonight, but I've actually put the word out to my contact in the new barony, and they will be expecting you. So you can continue your investigations from there. But I would suggest running along home for the evening, because you don't want to be caught out in... Pardon, Archie?
Oh, I want to go get my clothes.
Oh, the space monster thing. Yes.
When she says that, but it's like, yeah.
Yes.
Raphew prefers it.
Well, Archie, you know that Raphew is still a rat. You've imbued him with like a semblance of intelligence, but he's still a rat.
Yeah, but he it's furry. It's warm for him. And I give Raphew like a little scratch under the chin.
You are adorable. All right.
Aww.
All right. All right, children. It's time to run along home now. I will obviously speak to you again at some point. Perhaps not in person. Perhaps through my erstwhile, my little friend here. And yes, it's been a wonderful night. Thank you for doing a little digging for me. I believe you've told me just what I wanted to know. And she sort of gives you all like a wave with her fingers, and she turns to go back into like the narrow alleyway that the entrance to the club is located off. And it's this odd feeling of like, even though you're looking directly at her, it feels almost like you blink for a second and then she's just not there anymore. Like, it's not like, even if you're staring and watching her go, it's almost like you feel distracted for just a second and then she's not there.
Before she leaves, could I give her a hug?
Yes, but it's you might hug her, but she gives you like the nice sort of like elegant
The
one
side
arm around,
tap.
around. And she gives you a little kiss on the head.
Aw.
He's not even paying attention. He's got his eyes closed and he's enjoying this light that he got.
And you find yourselves alone on the sidewalk in Brunswick. As soon as Simone departs, her entourage and hangers-on kind of melt away into the evening and leave you all there.
Javier will put out what's left of his cigarette with the bottom of his boot.
So, how was your night?
Fine.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sure your
did
little
Raphew
friend
behave
will tell
himself?
you all about it.
Oh, probably, but he sometimes leaves out details. He's not very observant sometimes. Anyway, was he
Dark
well behaved?
house.
Was he good?
Dark house.
You like
I
those,
doubt he
though,
saw
Raphew.
much from his. It's like, well, I doubt he saw much considering he spent half the time trying to burrow into my chest hair.
Did you, Raphew?
Guess it reminded him of your Chewbacca.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
That's the real reason that Raphew likes Javier better than all the rest of you, is because he's hairier.
We should probably go though. It's gonna be sun. It's gonna be morning soon though. I need to feed Raphew.
Yes, I would like to retire for the evening. Much to think about.
Where
Yeah.
are we retiring exactly?
I've got my. We can go back my shack. Oh wait, no, I need to go get my Chewbacca outfit from Victoria's. No, I don't know if we'll have time.
You certainly
So
have
Javier
time
just
to
kinda
go
looking
back.
between.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say you certainly have time to get back to Victoria's Haven in South Melbourne if you really want to go there, but you probably don't have. I mean, you may have time to do like the rounds and drop everybody off at their homes, but it's up to you, really. It's just
Javier's just looking between Victoria and Archie, trying to figure out where he's sleeping tonight or today.
This is going to be a reoccurring thing, isn't it?
What do you mean?
You not having a home?
Oh, we have our own territory now, our own domain.
That is true.
I mean, I don't know what I can do for you. I showed up in a box. Which, I don't even think you kept the box.
No, we didn't keep the box. Don't worry, it wasn't a slight against you personally.
So I don't even have a box to sleep in.
I'm back.
Very well, we will return to my haven, collect Archie's things, see how the sun's going. I'm assuming Letizia will be on her own.
Yeah, the place, the mortuary, I have my safe place there.
Yes. Shall we meet there tomorrow, then?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good.
So I'm going to say you
I
go.
shall see you in the quote-unquote morning.
Yeah.
Morning, yes.
You go your separate ways for the evening. The evening passes like it does most other evenings. It's just this slow experience of just feeling more and more sluggish and slow until the life essentially drains out of you and you find and you sleep. I'm assuming that those of you Letitia's going back to her haven, but the rest of you, I'm assuming, are going to Victoria's haven.
Yeah.
If she'll have us. I'll also
It'd be so great if you got there like 20 minutes before sunrise and Victoria's like, no, you can't stay here.
Bye-bye! Enjoy finding your own way home.
Well, she hasn't asked for anything from Javier yet for staying there, so he's just gonna keep coasting until she makes him pay for it.
She's making a tally, don't worry.
On the way back to Victoria's, she's gonna be like, "Oh, last question. If I clean your apartment and stuff, do you think I'd be able to stay there for a while? Not that I don't mind the shack. It's just
I understand. There's not a lot of room in the shack. This place is much more roomy.
By the way, I totally forgot, but Letizia would have offered Astrid to stay with her if she wanted to.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, aren't you like her stepsire?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, no, I would have said that. Sorry,
if you want to backtrack to doing that, Astrid, that's perfectly.
How close is her place to where I geez.
Well, I'll give you the map.
You get your meals.
Because oh wait, you mean where you get your meal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I would say Letitia's actually probably closer.
Yeah. Okay.
To the hospital, where you sort of get your meals. Then because Victoria's on the other side of the river in like a sort of a fancier area.
Okay, so
Letitia's area is fancy in a different way.
I would say she hesitates at first, but eventually she'll kind of nod, okay, that'll work for me actually.
Okay, so we'll.
Here's just gonna go with whoever gives him a place that's not in the sun.
So we'll adjust it to say that Letitia and Astrid leave in the rolls, and Javier, Victoria, and Archie go back to.
I mean, if you have anything like over at Victoria's, like I would probably then ride over with the car and get everything.
Okay, if you want, we'll do
there.
that.
You know what
there
I
should
mean?
Be time. Yeah, there should be time.
Like, yeah.
Get my clothes.
Yeah.
Get my my blood kit stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My equipment. Yep.
All right. So yeah, Astrid's packing up her odds and ends. Archie, by this point, your outfit is well, not dry, but drier and smelling damp as opposed to smelling like the iron sort of cloying scent
Like
of
possum.
blood and guts. Yeah. Victoria,
Yeah,
I want to point out by this point, your bathroom is a fucking mess.
Yes, I would only assume.
It's a good thing you don't really need to use it because it's fucking gross in there.
The principle
So-
of the thing, you know? The principle makes her upset.
Yeah.
If Victoria does if she is just letting Javier tag along and not asking anything of him, he'll just be like, I'll get to work on that bathroom tomorrow.
Mm.
No, what are we going to be doing tomorrow? Do we have any plans yet?
Well, Simone did say she has made contact with people in that new barony.
Oh yeah. You have
So
to,
I would assume that would be our next course of action.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
The new
Afraid of
barony.
being on the wrong side of the tracks?
yes.
Do they know who you are?
Me? I would hope not.
I mean, the exception of the guy who, I almost stabbed the neck out of.
I don't even know who he is.
Yeah, he might not be from the new barony. We were in Anarch territory when that happened.
Yes, we were just kind of in their general zone. But I would assume that is the plan for tomorrow. Either way,
Okay.
we will meet up with Letizia and Astrid at the
I hope Ashton's
mortuary.
okay.
Yes,
Same arrangement as last night.
I suppose so.
I get the bathtub again.
Mm.
The couch is there too, Archie, if you want to take it down.
I don't think
No.
Victoria would let me.
No, you may
Victoria's
take
just like,
the
no.
bathroom.
Victoria's banished him to only rooms with tile.
The bathroom's
Yeah.
already a mess. He can't make
It's
it
already a
worse.
mess. Exactly.
Also, I feel like Victoria would take joy in having someone agree to clean a bathroom that's just going to continue to keep getting dirty because Archie's using it as a bedroom.
I mean, normally I guess
Yeah.
Archie would be sleeping at his own haven. It's just we don't have time.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I would like to feed Ratview, which I do with my blood, don't I?
Yeah, so do a rouse check, and that's your...
Yeah.
And we'll see if that raises
Let's see
your
how
hunger.
this goes. Hey, I succeeded.
Yeah, so you successfully stave off the beast as you sit there in the bathtub, dripping droplets of kindred vitae into Rathew's mouth.
Meanwhile, Javier's checking the rat bites on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, you got a bunch of those. They'll disappear overnight, but like there's claw marks where he like climbed up you a bunch and then bit you all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, now
because
you
I had to go
understand
let my
why,
shirt soak again because it's got Astrid blood on it.
Yeah, now you understand why Archie looks like that half the time.
Victoria did make a show of throwing out that suit.
Aw.
Let it be known. Oh, no,
Javier
she might
gathered
have
the
saved it
suit
just in case they have to
Yeah.
go back to court.
But it's
Yeah.
I imagine she's just like, all right, to buy it with you, and I was like, actually, we might need that again.
Yeah. All of Archie's now his growing wardrobe is, I'm assuming, hung up in the bathroom.
It's on like the shower curtain.
Yeah. So you wake up the next as you wake up actually, hang on, why don't we, Astrid, is there anything that you would do sort of your first night staying in a new place? Oh, hang on, Leticia can tell you.
So, where we were,
Mhm.
there was like there's definitely like a secret door behind a classic like setup where there's a bookshelf, it slides over.
Oh hell
There's
yeah!
a door, there's a pad, there's a pee poo pee pee keypad there, and with numbers and whatever, and inside there's like a apartment, like an underground apartment. um it's kind of like the same vibe as a regular apartment, but it's dark. There's like some trinkets, there's a lot of stuff that looks ancient and whatever. It still mirrors the vibe of upstairs, if you may.
Mhm.
um and Leticia will just bring you to the guest room, which is like a decent size. There's a queen bed. Everything is really nice, and there is a basic wardrobe, and all the basic amenities that you would need. Some storage, a night table, and yeah, she just sees you to her room, kind of shows you around. I'll have like maybe a floor plan of the thing eventually, but it's like a 2-bedroom apartment, if that
Mhm.
makes sense, with like a big living room in the middle. And yeah, well, you can have this room.
Oh gosh, thanks.
I never really used it. We don't get many visits, and if we do, usually Donato hosts, so I
Gotcha.
have it just in case. I guess it served well. Um, so, um, you know, put your stuff in there. If you're missing anything, I can let my some of the ghouls know, and they'll fetch it for us if it needed to be done during the day. Um, so just let me know
Yeah,
if
we'll
you need
do.
anything.
Thanks. Wow. My last apartment was like half the size of this place. Um, she'll set out her stuff. Any house rules I should be aware of?
Um, I mean, the basic stuff, obviously, like don't trash the place, but if you wanted to like rearrange the room with what you have here or bring something that you like better, like I don't have any problems. I guess you're my responsibility for the foreseeable future, and I can't even start to understand how you are feeling, and um I know that I'm not the best at apologizing, but I feel sad that you came into this unlife in such a way. I It's hard for me to empathize because it's the furthest thing from my experience.
Well, it's definitely not stellar, but you know, kind of like I do kind of have to get used to it, and whatnot, and you know stuff's in the past now, and well, this is my new normal. But thanks. This helps a lot. Just having a room.
Mhm.
So yeah, and it's pretty close to where I work, uh, eat. It's kind of
Yeah,
hard
you were
sometimes.
mentioning something about having a contract. Do you need a contract to feed?
I it's not so much like I just I just need people to give me permission. And I mean, like
Mm.
I don't tell them, you know, I don't tell them, but it's I know how to collect blood. like blood donations and stuff like that. And I'm actually trained for it. And well, I mean, it's kind of under the guise of that, which is already kind of icky. But I mean, I need to eat, and I'm not hurting anyone. So
Hey, it's a way as another, to make it work. It is
yeah.
what it is.
So yeah, that's a
I do believe because of the work I do here in the city, I do believe Donato has some contacts in hospitals because, we receive a lot of the bodies and stuff from there as well. So
I
if
mean, hey,
you need anything or, just let me know.
sure. If I need a referral, I'll definitely let you know. I'm sorry to get to know the area a little bit, but things are tough, and it's been a week. But thank you, Leticia, and you know um I am sorry also about some of the stuff I said. Like, I mean, personally, I do think, well, maybe you weren't set up to fail, like I said, but you have your work cut out for you, and thank you for making the effort. I appreciate it.
That makes me feel a bit better. I I don't I don't like seeing people succeed. I mean succeed. Fail. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That was like that was a brain
You're good,
that was a
Leticia.
brain thing. That was a
You're
brain thing.
good.
Out of character. That was like a fucking brain
Sorry.
glitch right there. I don't like to see people fail. Fuck you.
It just reminds me of that meme with the yearbook photo where it says the quote underneath it is like, "It's not enough that I succeed, but others should fail."
Yep.
Well,
I I I like when I succeed at things and I prove people wrong. I have been doing that for a while. Not my entirety, but and you can get very my family can get very competitive for certain things. So um I've gotten to feel a rush of excitement every time I prove people wrong. So maybe like you could look at it that way, you know? It's not uh that it's not hard because honestly you've been just tossed in here, which is horrible. My my family has been doing this for like thousands of years and just building and structuring and having a solid network for everybody that is part of the family. So again, it's really hard for me to fathom why other kindred do this type of stuff. What is the point? Such a waste. Um
Maybe I'll find out one day, and I'll tell you. But yeah, maybe that's a good way to look at it. I'm I'm definitely not someone that I would describe as any kind of achiever. So I don't know. Maybe that can change in this unlife of mine.
it's not per se being an achiever. It's just proving other people wrong. It doesn't matter how. You can do it your own way. Everybody's good at something. You just need to find what it is. And believe me, you have a lot of time to figure it out now. So,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Well, thank you again, and I guess I'll use the time I have to get everything sorted before the big sleep.
yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm gonna do the
Sweet.
same. Um, well, I will see you
in our morning. And she'll just close the door and go. Retreat.
Are you just going to sleep now, Astrid?
Um,
Oh, and Letizia. Because I have something.
Astrid's gonna use all the time she can, since she can stay up in an hour past sunrise or sunrise.
Playing Nintendo.
She's she's just gonna take
Nintendo
her
doesn't
stuff.
exist yet.
She's gonna take her stuff and
Well,
like sort it
not
into the
if you want
room. She wants to get as unpacked as she possibly can.
Sure.
And then she'll probably spend like the rest of the night just kind of like she'll take off her gloves and she'll kind of look at her gloves for like the rest before she has to go to sleep.
So just before you do fall asleep, Astrid, you have that familiar sinking feeling that you had the night before, and you find yourself sort of looking through that strange reddish prism again, and you're looking through what feels like someone else's eyes, and they're sitting in a cramped room with a low ceiling at a table opposite a short man. Like you've seen, like, you know, jockeys, like horse jockeys. He's got that kind of stature. And he's got like he's sort of rugged up in a heavy coat that sort of conceals his neck, and his hair is sort of slicked back with pomade or something or other. And he says, "What do you mean?" And you find yourself like you're hearing yourself speak, but it's not your voice. Look, I'm just telling you what I saw. And you recognize that voice. It's the voice of Fenris, the man from the meeting with the prince. And the small man just says, "Yeah, what about the other one?" And your voice says, "I don't know. I don't know. We've still got. She's still there." And he says, "Well, that sounds like a big fuck up." And and Fenris says, "Yeah, you're telling me." And then you're asleep.
Ooh.
Well,
that's unpleasant.
Help.
And we wake up.
Yay!
Or actually, would we like to take a moment now to get like drinks and bathroom break or whatever? Because we usually take a little bit of a break, and I feel that might be a good spot to have one. Only like 5 minutes or so.
I'm good, but if other people need to, that's fine.
I just want to get a drink, that's all. But I won't be very long.
Cool.
But if you guys want to just carry on a conversation, then if you're not going anywhere, I'll be right back.
Also, I think I had seen somewhere that your humanity 8, right, Nick? Oh, Archie, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, Archie's humanity.
Which means he does still wake up an hour before. It's just he can't stay up an hour past. But he still wakes up an hour before, so yeah, no, Javier's still gonna barricade the fucking bedroom door.
Fair. Yeah.
Well, I guess if Astrid's not there, Victoria would have been like, sleep on the couch. Barricade the bathroom door. You're not in my room. The room was a special. The bathroom's out there. You're the first line of defense.
So when something happens to me, we know you're fucked. He goes ahead and leaves. Actually, no, I've got one more better. He's like, all right, let me stay on the other side of that door, and I'll let you know what I talked to Letizia about.
Wait, who are you saying that to?
Me.
Yeah, I thought so. So I was like, I don't know why you'd be saying it to Archie. The blue's being very quiet, so maybe it was to Archie, and I just wasn't paying attention.
No, it's to Victoria. He's saying, "Let me stay on the inside of that bedroom door, and I'll tell you the conversation I had."
Here's the thing, my guy. Sorry, I had a snack.
Mouthful of just a guy's arm.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Have you been having fun while I was away? What kind of... Stop having fun. Not meant to have fun while I'm here.
Oh.
No fun allowed.
If there's anyone in, particularly in Fenn's chat, who is like very familiar with Vampire the Masquerade and like all the powers and stuff associated with it, I do take some liberties with some of them at times. My thought on it is that like blood, you know, the sort of powers that run in their blood can unpredictably like do different things. It's more that they just have control over the specific things that they can do, you know, that are written down in the book. But sometimes the blood can do other weird stuff. But the caveat is they can't sort of control when it happens. If that makes sense. I don't know.
It all comes back to the blood.
That's what it is. Blood just does weird shit.
And also, all you missed is that Javier is bargaining for a spot on the inside of the bedroom door instead of the outside.
Oh.
Because Victoria is like, no, you take the couch this time.
I don't want to in a bedroom.
He doesn't want to get immolated by Archie.
Well, he didn't do it last
Gonna
night.
immolate you.
He didn't do it last night. And to be frank, Javier, I don't think you could have possibly spoken to her about anything worthwhile.
He just goes, all right,
to the
and smiles.
Bye-bye. And that's the last of my snacks, so I will put it away.
I don't have any
snacks.
It's very sad.
I had some kiwi berries.
Oh.
All right, I get upgraded from floor to couch, and I made it seem like Victoria won.
She said to do it in the first place.
Hey, know your place.
What do you mean winning?
Star.
Yeah, shut up.
Victoria's going to get tricked into like, you know, letting Javier take the main bedroom. Victoria's like curled up in a ball in the bathroom, like, I've won, man.
She told you to sleep on the couch in the first place.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's a phone in the bedroom, is there? In the living room, isn't there?
Okay, but when the phone bill comes around, don't expect to ever come back into the Haven again.
You're like one of those kids that's like, you know, they did it in The Simpsons where Lisa racks up this huge phone bill because she keeps calling the Corey hotline. Yeah, but that's Javier.
Well,
Javier's calling the Riley hotline.
We'll see how things turn out when we all wake up tomorrow night.
If you all wake up tomorrow night.
Oh,
There's a werewolf. Archie's been turned.
Yeah.
Archie is the werewolf.
Hey,
Archie was never actually
World of
a
Darkness
vampire.
does have like a thing for werewolves that don't die when they're embraced and somehow become like vampire werewolves, and it's so fucking stupid. And no, you can't play one.
So dumb.
Oh, before I forget, I have one superficial damage to willpower. Does that heal on its own? Do I have to do something?
That'll be fine.
That heals with a rest, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, you heal that with a rest. I forget how many, but at least one you heal with a rest.
Let me just double check for you. On here.
I believe it's determined by your generation. How much
Yeah,
you
like
heal.
your
at least.
potency.
I think that's for when you roll specifically to heal, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning of each session, you remove a number of superficial damage up to your composure or resolve rating, whichever is highest. So you only had one, and your composure is 2, and your resolve. So yeah, you could have removed up to 3. So just take it off.
Okay.
Because you healed it between sessions.
There you go.
Cool. I don't even remember how you got that.
Likewise. Oh, my
Because of
rabbit.
my because of
Crisis
my
of faith.
paw. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I do a bestial failure, I take 1 superficial wall damage.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for Victoria to wake up and Javier's just fucking gone.
Okay.
And the
He's
phone,
just
and
fucking gone.
inexplicably,
And
the
so is
phone
her
is also
car.
the phone is also gone, even though he can't use it like to speak when it's not
Yeah,
plugged
you
in.
can't. Like,
No,
alright.
no, it won't be the phone that'll be gone. It'll be the car.
I just like the idea that he's like his messy critical sort of success. He tore everything up and took everything with him.
Well, if he succeeds, we won't have a problem.
Well, you will have a problem because Victoria will do anything to hunt you down to get her car back.
It's just at Letitia's. He didn't even. He just needed a way to get there.
Do we want to all roll our rouse checks for waking up in the morning?
Yes.
Let's see how you all do.
Come on, Archie.
Yay! Look at us.
No,
Oh no.
I'm
again.
trying to find more possum.
Hungry Archie.
Oh, what's the roll I need to make? It's been a bit.
Oop.
Oh.
I am hungry. No, wait.
No, you succeeded.
Oh, okay.
Archie's the only one that failed.
Oh, there we go.
Rip.
Archie's bad at waking up. This happened to him last
He
time
is.
too.
Well, he is sleeping in a tub. He's not used to being near clean running water.
He's not used to Masquerade water.
It's like this water doesn't have anything floating in it.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Give me 2 seconds. My cat is yelling at the window.
Damn cat.
Buffy, come here.
Okay. Okay, there we go. I need this and hang on, I need this and
Violet's building Lego.
this. And technically I have let's see here, I'm trying to brain stuff.
He's just
What
looking at
is
me now.
Go away. Okay, yes, because I don't have enough XP to raise that just yet, so
Oh, right. I'm guessing I wouldn't have got any XP for the session I wasn't here.
No, I think you can have the two because I mean I just don't think it's fair that if like someone misses something then they have to be like.
So I would be on 9 XP, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I gave Fen experience for the sessions that she wasn't here, so it wouldn't be fair if I didn't give it to you.
well, if I finally didn't crit.
Oh wow!
So that's a failure.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, it's not a what you fucking call it failure. So I'm not sure how badly we want to do this.
It's not desperately urgent, but it is a distracting thought.
Yeah.
So I'll say if anything requires like extreme focus from you in this night, you'll probably have a negative modifier to it. But beyond that, you know, it's more of a narrative thing. It's on your mind.
It's kind of similar to like the obsession bane.
Yeah. Now you're not thinking so like it's gone from being like your hate and sort of I can't believe them, and now it's more like oh maybe I was being too harsh.
Hey, Letitia said I could make any phone call I wanted.
And you find out
so
that
it's not quite It's not quite steal Victoria's car level of urgent.
Yeah. You find out that Leticia's phone only calls Italy, though. She's like, why would I want to call California or wherever?
No, it's international. It just goes everywhere. It's the network of Giovanni, you know. We need to like keep each other like posted.
Yeah, they just sit and talk on
No,
the phone.
the problem's
like,
gonna be is
how
that
have you
the
been?
Giovanni's gonna.
Dude, have you met Italians?
Italians?
Like literally, yeah. Like I understand Nosferatu in the set. Like I feel like Giovanni and Nosferatu in the fact of like keeping secrets and loving to hear everybody's secret is very.
And they have the added
on
benefit.
par.
They have the added benefit of like they get centuries worth of secrets. It doesn't have to just be the most recent secrets. It's like we just be telling each other secrets for decades.
$10, that phone's wiretapped. Yeah, sure, you can use my phone. I just get to hear everything you say.
I mean, you know how back in the day, if you like lifted a phone up, you could hear it, the the line being occupied. Like it would probably be like that. Like, if
Leticia's just in the other room,
anything, I'm just like
got her hand over her mouth and covering it so she doesn't breathe into the phone, even though she doesn't breathe.
I'm not breathing.
I know. Even though you don't need to breathe, it's just habit. Just like.
I don't even think she remembers what breathing is like.
No, I mean, no, I haven't been undead for like a long time, but like I've been a ghoul for like forever. So technically, I was still human.
Yeah, but it's been like 8 years. I guess you do have to breathe to talk.
Yeah. That's what I always find funny when they're talking in vampire games, like, oh, well, you don't breathe. And I'm like, well, then you're not talking. Because it's necessary for talking.
I think you don't need to breathe, but you can.
Yeah. You just have oxygen in your like chest cavity that you can go bleh, you can exhale.
How many vampires are there at the bottom of the ocean?
Probably a lot.
Hang out there.
They're just
Seems
stuck
like a
down
lot.
there.
Probably in Torpor, actually.
That's probably where you'll find antediluvians and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sleeping at the bottom of the ocean because the sun doesn't get down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they don't got to breathe.
Yeah.
Their body just gets crushed under the pressure.
Yeah, but they've got probably got fortitude 10, so it doesn't really matter. They'll just doesn't matter.
There's something ironic about antediluvians being at the bottom of the ocean.
It really is. Anyway, you're all waking up. We'll go with what's happening in the Chateau Victoria at the moment. Sorry, there's just a really weird sound right outside my window. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so you Javier, you wake up with with certain people occupying your mind. Victoria,
you know how he said he was. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Victoria, you wake up thinking whatever it is you normally think in the morning. I'm not sure.
They both wake up to Archie with his ears pressed against the walls, trying to see if there are any rodents in there that he can eat.
They're in there, but you'd have to break it open to get them out.
Yeah, and he knows Victoria would be mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to coax them out.
After Javier wakes up, he seems to be not nearly as energetic, and when he goes to go clean the bathroom as he told Victoria he would, it's very much just kind of automatic, and he's not even really paying attention to the task he's doing. Like, you ever been there where you're just like, your mind is definitely somewhere else, and you're doing the task you were given, but you're not doing it very well. You're just kind of doing it to look busy.
Yeah.
Or it's just, you're 1,000 miles away, and you're not really paying attention to the fact you're basically scrubbing the same spot.
Oh, to damn spot.
He just looks sad.
Aww.
Like, you've seen him grumpy. Now he just looks sad.
Archie goes up and says, "What's wrong? Are you okay?"
Huh? Oh. Homesick, I guess.
Archie tries to compute that. To his knowledge, vampires don't get sick. But maybe they do.
Is he not familiar with the term homesick?
Oh, did you say homesick? I just heard sick.
Yeah, no, homesick.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense. I thought you were just trying to tell a very bold-faced lie.
I mean, I've probably got the subterfuge to do it. It's Archie.
Yeah. Archie says, it'll be okay. Australia's pretty good. It's it kind of sucks that we can't go to the beach because night beaches are bad. But, other than that, it's still pretty good here.
Oh, I fucking hate the beach.
Oh, well then you're in luck.
I'm just I think maybe I made a mistake.
Nah.
Archie's just like, no, you didn't. Being my friend can't be a mistake.
That's it. Yeah, your whole thing is completely cured. You don't. No, I'm kidding. It's not.
Who? Sorry, new bestie is Archie.
But yeah, I offer you Ratfu to pass him, and Ratfu always makes me feel better.
Ratfu, like, as soon as he passes, like, goes to pass Rathu to you, Rathu, like, bares his teeth again, like, remember me? Like,
Rathu, be nice.
Rathu bares his teeth, and Javier just, like, doesn't even acknowledge.
Aww.
Tall one's boring, let's go!
What do you mean the tall one's boring? I say that, like, out loud in English.
He's already back to whatever's occupying his mind. He's not paying attention to you anymore, and he's still cleaning that same spot.
Okay,
it's like one spot in the mirror, like it's just like that one's like everything else is somehow really grimy, but like this one spot that he's been cleaning on the mirror for like 20 minutes.
He's doing a very bad job of earning his keep.
Yeah.
I walk away holding Ratfu and trying to question him about what does he mean the tall one's boring? You're a rat, how can you find him?
Like, you don't know anything about rats.
Yeah, what are you finding?
Victoria, is there anything oh sorry, go on, Archie.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I was gonna go see if Victoria's awake, so that makes sense.
Okay.
He's not gonna bother stopping you from messing with that door. He's preoccupied.
Okay.
Victoria, I have one question though, before we do anything.
Yes?
Does Victoria wake up in like the classic vampire fashion of just like levitating up to her feet with her like arms crossed over her chest?
I don't think she's like that old.
I don't know. It just feels like something that would suit her. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see it. I don't think she's quite committed to that lifestyle yet. I'd say maybe her sire is, and she's been like, I don't know about that quite yet. We'll work to that.
I'm drawing that later.
She would have just spent that time getting ready in her room, letting the others do as they wish, wishing that they weren't here.
Okay, so do we want to flash to meeting up at Letitia's mortuary?
Oh,
go on.
I was gonna say before we go, I'm gonna go up to Victoria and say, Javier seems upset, but he said he's homesick, but I don't know if that's all it is. And you're better with people than I am. Maybe you can talk to him.
I don't want to. All right, I can go see what he's occupying his brain about. Perhaps in the ride over.
Okay. Archie's satisfied with that.
Okay.
In the time that Archie has left him alone, Javier's put his headphones on and is just listening to his Walkman.
I'm going to leave that car conversation for an off-camera.
That's fine.
And you can include Archie in that, likely just sitting in the back seat, listening. Yeah, so it's not long after, like it's probably maybe an hour after sunset. You've all had time to kind of get ready, do what you do to prepare for the night, and now you're all meeting up at the mortuary as you'd planned to do.
Either during the night or like whatever, I would have tried to wake up as soon as I can. I don't know if do I need to use a willpower?
I think, yeah. Well,
wake up that hour?
What's your humanity? Because I think
I don't
It's
know.
like a
How's
roll
the
you have to
humanity?
make to try to wake up early,
I
isn't
think it's
it?
awake. I just can't find the rules for it.
It's
How do you
something
calculate the
like
humanity?
Oh yeah, we never calculated your humanity. It was you would start at like a 7.
Yeah.
But with your bagger,
But I've been around for like fucking
well, that's what
a long time.
That's what the 7 is. The 7 is for being around a long time. But with your bagger, I think
that doesn't give you humanity.
Doesn't it? Okay, well then you're a 7.
Only consensualist and farmer give you humanity.
Okay. So it requires a humanity roll, and the difficulty depends on the level of the crisis. If it's an urgent message, it's difficulty 4. So difficulty 4 humanity roll.
Okay.
So you click
So
your
this
humanity.
is definitely a humanity, like a 4, right?
Yeah, because it's an urgent message.
It's an urgent thing.
The only way it would lower is if it was a life-threatening situation, but it's not really that. I mean, it may be potentially,
fire.
But yeah, like if you're on fire, yeah, but like you're not. It's okay. No.
Yeah, I don't know. I double clicked. Sorry.
It's all right. Yeah,
and both times.
I don't know what that means.
You slept through that because you didn't get any. Well, hang on, but it looks like there are successes. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with this whole?
Is the green not success?
Yeah, the greens are. Yeah, you rolled 7 successes.
But the ones take those away.
So the first one. Oh.
Okay, yeah. So that's
there are green ones.
You rolled.
They're not ones, though. They're 5. It's a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
I don't know how these rolls work.
I think the roll. I think this is different to old V20. I think you have to roll. Sorry, I'm apologizing to any people that play V5 habitually, but I think it's a failure because I think the rolled ones cancelled out, or I think the failures cancel out the. I'm not sure, honestly. I think that seems broken to me.
I thought that was V20 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
From what I'm seeing, that like feels like it should have been a success.
I'm happy to call it a success because it looks like one.
Yeah,
because
that's 5 successes.
Like just
because you only got one failure on the blood.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you wake up. Yeah, you wake up during the day, like when it's sort of it's the dead of evening in Italy, but it's the day for you, and you're because you're down sort of underground. There's no sun, but you are like the blood in your veins doesn't feel like it's flowing. It's more like it's like molasses. It's just moving so slow and sluggishly, and it's just like it's a struggle to do. You've only got this scene, so you can only really make this phone call, and then you're gonna need to go back to sleep.
I have a phone. I have a phone in my fucking room.
Yeah, so you basically, the phone. You sort of wake up as the phone begins to ring. At your bedside.
Pronto?
Yeah. I'm not going to speak Italian because I don't speak Italian. So, the voice on the other end is a voice you immediately recognize as one of your quotation marks uncles.
Is it Antonio Donatello?
Antonio.
Okay.
It's like you're awake.
Barely.
Go on.
Did you, by any chance, did Donato tell you what he was working recently on?
No. Why? Did he tell you?
Well, No, but that's a usual thing. He usually tells me afterwards, so that he can share the knowledge. But while he's doing whatever he's doing, he usually doesn't share it with me. Anyway, well, he did something and didn't take the precautions necessary, and now there's a spot here in the city in which the veil is completely broken. It's just an open gateway. I fear that he stepped into the veil and it's just there, which means that also the ghouls that are here will die, or at least half of them, the ones that are over 100 years.
That doesn't matter. The veil is important, though. I need to speak with the Anziani. But expect the cousins shortly.
Okay.
And you know that that's not a nice thing. The cousins are not pleasant people.
Would you like me to do anything, and how should I handle the situation? Do you have any directives for me specifically?
As far as the ghouls are concerned, that's not my problem. If you want to feed them, feed them. If not, this is Donato's undoing. If his ghouls die, that's his problem. He should have thought about that before he did what he did. If it's what I believe it is, there was blood and coins. Am I correct?
Correct.
It won't spread very quickly.
It seems that it does, though, even if ever so slowly. The area surrounding it definitely.
It will, but there's time. The cousins will deal with it. There's time for them to arrive. We'll put them on one of the planes later this evening. Obviously, you'll need to be there to receive them.
Just send me the arrival, and I'll have the chauffeur go and get the delivery.
You'll be informed. First, right. I need to speak with the old men. I'll let you know what they say.
I will be waiting any further instructions and about the arrival and anything else that transpires.
And then he's hung up already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
now you're kind of you've got like a second to sort of lay there, because this is the cousins are unpleasant. You only ever heard Donato talk about them, and he made them sound very unpleasant. And the old men are like beyond even your real. You've never met them.
I never met them.
Yeah, they are like they're basically the elders. They're centuries old. They're people that you've not met. You've heard about. No, they're talked about and whispered about.
We know about it, but we don't. Yeah,
they make the decisions.
Don't have contact.
They're the ones who talk to Augustus, who is the patriarch, who again is just a name to you. But soon you find yourself falling back asleep.
That's mood.
Yeah. And then we find ourselves outside of the mortuary that evening. I'm assuming you'll meet outside, or do you want to go into the parlor, or what?
If Astrid and Letizia are not already outside, Archie's going to go knock on the door.
Okay, you hear a knock on the front door.
Javier's just going to let himself in because it's a mortuary and it's pretty early in the evening.
Hey, Archie, you knock on the door.
In one of the areas where that casket was prepared, the function is happening right now.
Yeah. So Archie, you knock on the door, and then Javier just like walks past you and opens it and steps inside.
I'm glad we've all forgotten our manners. Not you, Archie.
Thank you. Okay, I just walk in, I guess.
Okay, all right.
He did, and
I'm going to say, as soon as you walk in, one of the ghouls that's like an attendant to the parlor sort of sees you, Archie, and his eyebrows raise, and he's like, excuse me, sir, and he sort of quickly ushers you like out of the main area and into like a side office room, along with Javier and Victoria, but mostly he's trying to get Archie out of the area where the public is.
Archie's used to it. Where are they?
They'll be done shortly. And then he sort of steps out, and the first thing he does is go and tell Letizia that her guests
that
have
you guys are
arrived.
here.
Yeah,
Perfect. Yeah, I would have said that, like, if they saw, like, if they arrived to get us.
it's like they're here.
Okay. Astrid, I don't know what you were doing. I was probably just doing some
She seems
light
distracted when.
work in the lab.
Yeah,
with
she was
Paul.
just sitting in her. She was just sitting in her like her room, and then you come in. She kind of like looks up. What's up?
Apparently everybody is here. So
Right.
you okay? Do you need anything?
No. Just in thought. Let's go see the others.
Are you sure?
She kind of takes a moment. Yeah, no, just just a lot on my mind.
All right. Let's see the others.
Okay, so you could all meet in the office together if you want to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would have told the ghouls to like bring them in a specific area so that we can like just meet up and go. So I reached them there. Hello everybody.
Hello.
If there's a
Hey,
phone
y'all.
in this office,
Hi, Astrid.
Javier's just been leaning over and staring at it.
Sure. It's an office probably.
So we doing this?
Yeah, I guess so.
What are we
Anyone
doing
else?
again?
We're gonna go
Um,
meet someone, right?
Investigating a barony, from what I've gathered.
Yeah, with the context of Simone, we have a safer access, I guess, to the new barony.
Yeah.
Um,
Archie, you have the
so-
details of where you're meant to go.
Yeah. I was told we were going to go. It's okay. I can. Does this man get to sit in the front?
You sit on Victoria's lap like when you got like pretending to drive the car.
No. I tell everyone where we're going to meet up. I assume I know like the location.
So like, rating scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most extreme. Like, is this dangerous?
It's not.
The meeting, because we're doing a meeting first to get information, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the meeting won't be dangerous, I assume. After that, yeah, probably.
Okay.
The new barony is scary.
Gotcha.
Keep your wits about you. You and Javier both might be a little less in danger than the rest of us.
Luckily, Archie has 3 dots in wits.
Javier's gaze slides from the phone to Victoria and back to the phone.
Archie's like, "Don't worry, I've got 3 dots in wits, everybody." And like,
yeah, it's
what's
fine.
he talking about?
Okay.
The biggest secret Archie knows as a Nosferatu is that he is in a game.
He knows his stats.
Yeah.
The whole new meaning to self-aware.
Yeah.
I forgot. Okay, cool. Thank you. Never mind.
Okay.
Brain.
So, you are So I'm assuming your next step is to go to the meeting.
Yeah.
Do you have a? It's not really a marching order, but do you have a who's in what car order? Are you all going in the same car?
I imagine Archie will be in Victoria's car.
Very good.
Much to her dismay, I assume.
Leticia, are you gonna join? You gonna get in the coterie car, or are you gonna drive
The
your own?
Cotomobile.
Actually, Ashley will say, it's like, hey, maybe we should all go in the same car, you know?
If
It
you
would
don't mind
probably
squeezing into the back.
less. Yeah, I think it would be a little less simple. I'll go in the car with you guys.
Great.
Yeah, team building.
Team building.
The drive to it's you're going north, like out of the city, and into like the more suburban, like satellite places that were towns previously that have since become like part of the city's like sprawl. Not, but out here it's a lot less built up. There's more trees, more green spaces, more like suburban houses. Not the ideal place for Kindred, because this is the sort of place where it gets harder to feed because of the there's less like everyone's sort of in each other's pockets a little bit. But as you pass through that, I'm going to say at one point you are driving up a stretch of road alongside the exhibition gardens, and there's something happening in there. Like it's lit, but a lot of the lights seem to have been put out for one reason or other. But you can see moving shadows like between the trees. Maybe shadows that are unusually shaped. But it's just a glimpse out of the corner of your eye as you pass by the park. And yeah, when you find yourselves in the new barony, it's a bad part of town. There's a lot of shop fronts that have closed down. Those that are open have like roller doors that pull down over them when they're closed to keep people from breaking the windows or breaking in at all. And the place you stop is in like an abandoned street corner. There's like crumbled masonry on the ground. There's paper and other garbage just sort of lying about. And there's a very thin man, like uncomfortably thin, wearing like a band t-shirt that has like burnt holes in it, and a knitted cap that's like pulled down so far that it almost like covers his eyes, and you see his skin, which is like fish belly white, is like leathery and stretched, and you can see misshapen teeth in his mouth that sort of suggest he may be Nosferatu, maybe even the same brand of Nosferatu as Archie. And when he sees your car pull up, he looks nervously around for a moment, and he sort of waves a hand quickly, and then before you can even get out of the car, he's lifting the roller door over the front of a store, and he's disappearing under it, and he lets it clatter down behind him. And you seem to think like he gestures for you to follow before he disappears.
Yeah, I imagine that's who we're meant to be meeting.
Yeah, you haven't met this guy before, Archie, but Simone has a lot of like contacts that you only ever hear about.
Let's go.
He seems charming.
Yeah.
So you follow him into the under the roller door?
Yeah.
Okay, so under the roller door, it's a milk bar, which is basically a for our American friends, it's like a shop, like a corner shop, like where you just buy like snacks and like basic groceries, that sort of stuff. But it's closed, and it looks like it's been closed for a while. There's food on the shelves that your sort of keen senses, even though they're not attuned to this sort of thing, smell like it's rotting or mold. And the refrigerators seem to be turned off, but it's full of like several gallons of rancid milk that's kind of like broken free of its bottles and leaked out into like a thin puddle on the linoleum floor.
It's gained sentience.
Yeah. And
maybe I should analyze that.
The thin guy that sort of led you in is standing behind the glass counter, kind of leaning forward on it, with his hands like covering, like his hands cover the bottom part of his face, and his woolen cap covers the top half. So it's just like these beady little eyes kind of staring at you. And he's like,
Hi.
He's like, Archie, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Archie.
Okay. He's gonna call in a sec.
Oh.
And he pats like an old like rotary phone, which is a modern rotary phone in this case. He pats,
You mean just a phone?
Yeah, he pats the rotary phone next to him on the counter. So he's gonna call in a sec.
Because I know who's about to call, but does Archie? Was he told?
No. He was just told to be here.
Okay.
Okay. So he sits there for a while, and he's like, so, you guys been up here before?
Archie shakes his head.
Ash
I don't know
shakes
about the
her head.
others, but Ash definitely hasn't.
Letizia, this is not a place that you go. This is well beyond any place that you have interest in the domain of Melbourne.
What is it? Where did they want to go?
This is way north. This is like sort of the northern suburbs. This is a place called Broadmeadows. It's like a world of dark. Oh no, where you're in a corner shop. Like
corner shop.
We call them milk bars, but it's like more like a shop. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, yeah. What is a milk bar? Is that
It's
like
kind of like a little like a convenience store, but if it was like run by just by like one person rather than like being owned by a franchise or something.
Yeah. I guess here like they call it like corner store or whatever.
Yeah,
like
like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So he's just the guy's just standing there like leaning on the counter, and eventually the phone rings, and he kind of like just he rings, but he doesn't go to answer it. And he's like, "You gonna answer it?"
Yeah, okay, I answer.
Um,
I pick it up.
And the voice on the other end says, "Hello, Archie."
Does Archie recognize the voice?
He does.
Everyone else sees like Archie get like visibly a bit excited. Hi. Hi.
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm good. It's been a while.
You've got some trouble in the new barony, I hear.
Yeah, the princess sent us here. Yeah.
What for? If you don't mind me asking.
Archie said, because we're here to deal with like Finblood, the Finblood Clanless. Yeah, there we go, Clanless. We were sent here to try and help deal with the Clanless problem.
Do you think it's a problem, Archie?
Not really, but Simone told me to, and I trust Simone, so.
Oh, we got to trust Simone. Got to trust the Primogen, don't we?
We do. Yeah. Archie is visibly excited, but also very nervous talking to this person.
Oh, come on, Archie, settle down now.
Did you have? Are you able to help us?
I can help anybody. That's sort of my job.
Archie smiles.
Yep. Anyway, so what I know about the new barony is that there's no baron at all. So it's not really a barony, is it?
No, that yeah, kind of silly.
Instead, it's just a bunch of anarchs fucking about trying to say who's boss. And no one can agree on who's boss.
Yeah.
And when there's no boss, that's when people just start trying to build up their own little gangs to become boss. And what's the best way to build a gang? Archie, my boy.
Archie blanks.
Embracing new kindred, Archie.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. So that's what they're doing. And
that seems bad.
Oh man, it's not good. Can't have too many running around.
No.
They get everywhere. Anyway, who are your friends? I see you got a few friends there with you.
Yeah, so there's Victoria, and there's Astrid, and Javier, and Letizia.
Oh, Javier! Ooh, I'm very interested.
I was about to say, the minute you say his name, he snaps out of whatever La La Land he was in, and just like does that like lip to his mouth kind of like shut up.
Javier's the fella you found in the box, isn't he?
Yeah. Is
Can I talk to Javier?
Sure. Javier, he wants to talk to you.
Oh, all right.
I put Javier on.
Sir.
Javier, this is the operator speaking. How are you? Cat got your tongue, mate.
Yeah. The operator.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
Interesting name to go by.
So's Javier. Anyway, I reckon you're probably a bit confused, aren't you? Because as far as you're aware, you were being shipped out to the Anarchs. And you're not... The Anarchs aren't who you're with now, are they?
I imagine not.
What do you mean, imagine? Is it yes or no?
I don't know everybody's allegiance.
I think it's been pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear considering who you're taking your orders from.
It's like, well, do you have any... Are you planning on enlightening the situation, or are you just fucking with me?
Absolutely fucking not. Not yet. Exactly. I do know.
So you're just fucking with me. Look, I'm not in the mood today, man.
Oh, yeah, well. Never in the mood. But look, I do know, and I'll reassure you, you're gonna find out soon enough.
Oh, goody.
It's not something you... But trust me, what happened is the best of a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other option was you be a snack.
The other option was... sorry, what?
The other option was you'd be a snack.
No.
Anyway, put Archie back on, mate.
I don't. So did you just put me on the phone to fuck with me?
I'll put you on the phone to give you a little bit of an understanding of where you are in the whole picture of things. Actually, you know what? I want to speak to Victoria.
Well, that's up to her now, ain't it?
I don't think so.
Looks back at Victoria.
Look, mate, I'm going to hang up in a second, and you're going to have nothing.
Well, he's looking back at Victoria and waiting.
I'm hanging up.
Yeah, the phone.
I'm putting the phone down.
So he holds the phone out to her.
Okay, she takes it. Hello?
Hi, Victoria. How are you?
I've been better.
Why is that? What's going on?
Oh, I would assume you are aware of the situation going on around me.
I am, but I figured you'd be all for that. A little bit of clawing your way up the ladder.
Oh, it's not the clawing that I have issue with.
You don't like who you're clawing with?
Could definitely find better company, shall we say.
Why haven't you?
One must suffer for a while.
I don't believe that.
I'm sure you
Javier's
don't.
just side-eyeing you because he's like literally right there next to you in the phone.
Once again, that's very nice, Javier.
He's not saying anything. He's just.
I know.
Anyway, I am going to help you out here. Basically, I'm going to point you to a place. That's the place where your I don't want to call them targets, but targets. That's where they are, or at least where they like to hang out. And I think you know what you got to do from there.
Yes, I believe I do. Whether or not the others will agree is entirely up to them.
Well, why don't you put it to them like this? Now, okay, I'm the last person who's going to tell you, follow the party line, because I don't give a shit. I consider myself beyond that, above all that. But you lot, you're not beyond that. You have the option of do this or fucking Prince Numpty fucking cut your head off. That's your options.
Sure.
Have you presented it to them like that?
It has been a bit of a challenge. We haven't exactly talked about the details yet.
Well, you might want to, because you don't want to be discussing it when you're standing over the cunts.
No.
Yeah. Pardon my French. All right, put me on with Astrid, please.
Victoria will hand the phone over to Astrid and say, "Your turn."
Oh, it's my turn. All right.
I guess we're all chatting.
Go grab the phone. Astrid here.
How are you?
I'm a little hungry, but I'm all right. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I could always eat, but I feel okay. So, your sire.
Yeah, huh?
Rank bastard.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, please do. I don't know a lot about him.
Look, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I haven't liked him. I haven't liked him since they brought him in. He's got no respect for the rules, the lines we've got drawn in the sand. He's pissing all over him.
Hey, I'll tell you what. The guy deserves a cactus up the ass. Is that what he does? What he needs?
I mean, I can't argue with you there. But you need to do some digging there. That's all I'm going to say. But you need to do some digging there.
I mean, shoot, I was planning on it, but help a girl out, maybe point her in the right direction.
Richmond.
Go
Don't worry,
King.
Archie will know what Richmond is, and you'll go from there.
I'll take it.
All right, give me the Letizia, please.
All right, your turn. She'll take the phone out to
I step over. Hello.
All right, Letizia. I've been speaking to
Yes.
Victoria. You know what you've got to do here, right? You have an idea of what you need to do. When the prince says handle the clanless, you know what he means.
Yeah, I know what he means.
And you don't have any problems with it?
I personally do because I think it would be a waste, but
I mean, well, look.
you know that I okay. So, Jim, question:
Yep.
Have I speak to this operator or heard of him?
Yeah, you've definitely heard of him.
Them.
He's like, if Simone's the primogen, but this is the preeminent information broker Nosferatu. He never meets people in person. He only speaks over the telephone.
Simone is the conducer. He's the actual railroad
Yes.
of information.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really clear how they're related, like whether Simone like works with him or he's just like his own thing. It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Archie would have a better understanding of it, but even then, he's not quite fully abreast of the situation.
Okay. But I've heard of this guy. Mm-hmm. Well, you know that I'm not. You probably know that I'm not actually associated to the Camarilla. We just help each other, and I got asked to help, and I guess I will do what I am best doing, which is researching and trying to understand.
That's
which
right.
can provide insight and perhaps will aid whomever else. Once again, I believe that the Camarilla is just killing possible allies that they could possibly turn against, whomever is the cause of all these new fledglings running around.
I mean, that's a good way to think about it. But another way to think about it is that you might not be part of the Camarilla. That's true. But right now, your primary source of protection has gone walkabout. You don't know where he is. I mean, and then he's like a little bit of a laugh, and he's like, "You know where he is, but we don't know where he is." And
Correct.
I would suggest to you, and I'm far from an enforcer for this mob, but I would suggest to you that you play ball with them. You play nice with them for now.
Oh, that is exactly what I intend
Great.
doing. We will thoroughly investigate this so that we can bring in all the information and satisfy a bit of hunger for knowledge and see how we work it after that.
Great. You want to put me back on with Archie?
Sure. Archie?
I take the phone again. Hi.
Archie, mate, you know what you're going to have to do? What the prince wants you to do. Your mates have told you about it, haven't they?
I know what the prince wants me to do, yeah.
Doesn't seem like your style.
No, I generally just like to I don't like to hurt people if I can help it.
Oh, you can't help it in this case.
I hope yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, I've got an address for you.
Okay.
So, and he sort of gives you an address to take down.
Do you think there's a way out of me? I can help in ways that aren't hurting people, right?
Look, that's something you're going to have to work out for yourself, mate. But one thing I will say is that eventually, if you do this long, you have to do stuff you don't like.
Yeah, I know.
And the meat and potatoes of it is that you got to try and justify that to yourself.
Archie nods, knowing that he can probably see it somehow.
Yeah, take a look to your right there at Astrid.
I do.
And what I want you to think about is she didn't want to end up this way. And even though she's kind of, taken it in stride, she didn't ask for it. She didn't want. I mean, you didn't ask for it.
I didn't.
This is sort of, this was put upon her against her will. That's the case with these clanless blokes.
That's
and
true.
they don't have the benefit of having somebody there to tell them, the ins and outs of stuff. They don't have a Simone. They don't have a Letizia or a Javier or a Victoria or an Archie.
Archie smiles a little bit when he says that.
So maybe you're doing him a favour.
Maybe. I'll thank you.
Righto. Hooroo, mate. And he hangs up.
I put the phone down. He gave me an address. And I tell the rest of them the address.
Yeah, it's not far from here. When the other guy, the skinny guy that's standing behind the counter, he goes, "Oh, it's a couple blocks up." I'm out for now. By the way, I'm not gonna. I've done my bit.
Thank you.
I don't want any trouble.
Appreciate it. Can we tell what kind of location it might be just from the address?
It's probably going to be, considering the area you're in, it's probably going to be like a rundown, crappy, crumbling building.
Sick.
In too much open space because it's not really built up out here.
Double sick. Well, shall we get the show on the road?
Yeah, I guess.
You seem a little hesitant.
I don't want to hurt anyone, and it's not their fault, and I just feel like that there's maybe another way to do this, but I don't know what it is.
Well,
Archie looks very nervous.
Perhaps we don't discuss it where the operator's likely listening in and watching.
I don't think he'd tell. He knows that he knows.
They always do.
He's good at knowing things. He's really good. I like him.
So, are we like? I mean, I know what the prince said, but I also know what. Oh shoot, her name went out of my head. The sheriff.
Mahitibel.
Yeah.
You only know her as the sheriff. Yeah.
I also know what the sheriff said, like, because if I remember right, the sheriff said, like, we didn't have to just go around killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so what exactly are we doing?
Did the sheriff give us like an alternate way of doing it other than just killing people?
The sheriff just wants, basically what the sheriff wants is the clanless to go away.
Right.
And stop appearing, because there's like a lot of thin-blooded embraces happening out there, and they wanted to stop.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. We could try and convince him to leave the city.
And when the prince finds out we worked against his direct orders?
I turn invisible and hide.
You intend to hide forever?
It works for me so far. Except for when it didn't.
You are allowed to hide, Archie, because you are not a threat. The second you start disobeying your prince, he will not turn a blind eye.
Then why did the sheriff say we didn't have to go around killing people?
I believe that's not what she meant. I believe she meant don't go out all guns blazing, because it will probably be more, I don't know, visible that way. Like, we just want to be careful.
Said to investigate the area. I would agree.
Exactly.
We shouldn't run in and whole house slaughter everyone on site. That would be unreasonable. We should get to know what the situation is.
I could send in some animals to go and scout for us.
You certainly could.
That could work. I can't move while invisible yet. I'm still trying to learn how to do that, so I can't do that myself.
That's all right. I am I'm just making sure that we are all on the same page, that we, in the end, do not have a choice whether these people, or these kindred, these whatever you want to call them, are staying in this city. That is not our call. We've been told to get rid of them. Period.
I know. Archie, just stops talking and looks very uncomfortable.
So I mean, like that's it. We have to.
We don't have any bargaining chips to work with here, Astrid. If we don't, we are the ones that do not get to see the light of not day, I
Well,
suppose.
The light of the moon.
How I
Light of the
see
moon.
it, and how many times my sire has dealt with our prince, our very funny acquaintance prince, with his very peculiar wants and needs, and beliefs, is to offer a option that he didn't think about, that is better and that he would like better. So I believe that there could be more choices, but if we don't have any information or all the information that is available, we won't be able to procure these extra choices that we might offer our dear, totally not crazy prince. So yeah, I believe that we do have a chance, but we need to play it smart. We need to go there with a lot of care and forethought, in my opinion.
Okay.
Vitriol for your betters, Letizia.
A what?
Javier just side-eyes Victoria again.
While you're having this conversation, the skinny guy is like, he's basically just sort of sidestepped past you and went out the
Fuck out of
roller
my
door.
shop.
He just left. No, he's you guys stay there. He doesn't care. He's just left. He's gone. So you're just alone in this dark shop full of rotting food and shit. Just having this discussion.
Any chance we can take this somewhere where it doesn't reek of spoiled milk?
I think everywhere around here will smell like shit, Javier,
How
if that's
about
what
we
you're
ha-
implying.
How about we talk in the car?
Okay.
Yeah, your car doesn't smell like shit, does it?
Mm. The AC might, if I turn it on.
Well, then don't turn it on. What do you even need AC for? We're dead.
Charming as usual. Fine, we will speak in the car.
We've kind of hit our 2.5 hour mark. And if we continue on from here, there's like a lot more to do, and I don't want to go too far past this, just for the sake of everyone who stays up late for the game. So I think I'll wrap the session there with you heading out to the car. Yeah. Thank you everybody. You can add 2 experience points each to your sheets. So now you're in you're in 11 XP, gang, so you can actually start buying stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Yes!
I might have to remedy what Archie said. I might be able to move invisible now.
Maybe this is the situation in which
he figures it out.
Yeah.
Although you do need to also drink some melancholic blood in order to learn a new discipline power in obfuscate. Basically, each discipline
as
requires.
A farmer, that's going to be fun.
Each discipline, yeah. Well,
he
it is
can't do that.
You can't do that. You might need to make some exceptions to your rule. I don't think you have the prey exclusion flaw, do you?
He has the vegan flaw.
Vegan flaw. We'll work it out.
Which means he has to spend 2 willpower in order to drink human blood.
I'll have to do some internet diving on how other storytellers have handled that, because I don't think it's fair to just say you can't raise any non-animalism power because you're a vegan.
It's by not using the resonance system.
I like
the resonance system.
I mean, it's a good. I like it. It's just
yeah.
It's just it can sort of trip you up a little bit, but we'll work something out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that's I hope that was fun for everybody. I hope everybody that watched had fun. I hope everybody that participated had fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else? What else was I going to say? I might stream a little tomorrow at some point. I'm glad that you had fub, T. Sorry, I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't make fun of it. I just like the word fub, and it made me laugh. I'm sorry, T. I apologize, T. I don't normally do it. Yeah. So the theme restaurant Dracula's opened in 1980.
My God.
I've been there. I've been to Dracula's.
Oh
it's
my
great.
God.
Victoria
is in the same state that Dracula exists.
The entrance is like a roller coaster. Like a ghost train roller coaster kind of entrance. It's good. Oh,
yeah.
actually, tell you what. Let me see if I can get a picture of it and put it on the stream for everyone to see. Dracula's Melbourne. Where?
There's one in the Gold Coast as well.
Oh, it's closed.
Ha! The one in the Gold Coast is still open.
I think COVID killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get this picture and post it in the... It's on the
Also,
market.
I have to...
Sorry, go on. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, I have to wonder exactly how insistent was Victoria in actually trying to figure out what's up with Javier, because he wasn't exactly in a mood to talk.
He doesn't care. Like, does not care.
It's going to be Archie giving her the puppy eyes.
like she'll ask, but if he doesn't want to talk, she'll just be like, oh, he's just in a mood.
There you go, everybody.
That's his problem.
That's the outside of Dracula's on the stream. That's the front.
I did have the stream open, but I closed it.
Look at it.
Wow.
And now there's
so
an
good.
ad.
Dracula's. I'll just leave it in the corner there. Oh.
Good, because this hat is very long.
I can't wait for us to have like a break in the action and Javier being like, all right, can I make that phone call now?
Oh.
Because after hearing that little bit, he's either like, someone's really fucking with me, or I've just made the biggest fucking mistake of my own life, and I shouldn't be here.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. We are working on a second game, which I think we've settled on this week. It's not going to be a stream. It's going to be a audio, like a podcast. It's going to be a podcast. That will, because we want to sort of have a looser schedule for it. So if anyone's interested in that, we may still have a couple spaces open. So do let me know. I'll probably tell these guys, or Nick knows about it, but I'll probably tell the rest of these guys more about it after we jump off stream. I'm gonna raid Fen. So thank you, everybody. You said you want to keep streaming, didn't you? So that's.
I think I am. Maybe for a little longer.
Oh well.
We'll see.
I'll have this raid.
But yeah, come on. I'm fixing my thing.